My name is Mardre Meyer. I'm the Creative Director for Source Interior Brand Architecture. We're a specialist hospitality design studio based in Cape Town. Our specialist region is Sub-Saharan Africa, Indian Ocean Islands and some parts of the Middle East. We're a very proudly African design studio, always promoting and being proud of our continent and proud of the locations that we're in. I've been in this industry for about 15 years. So in the 15 years that I've been here, I've seen it evolve in ways that become far more subtle, far more analog and far more intuitive. I think 15 years ago, we saw a lot of product that was very proud of its technology. So we had showers with many, many jets and things had lots of buttons and lots of speakers and lots of things. Where we're seeing it going at the moment is far more intuitive, simpler product, simpler environments, focused on really about sustainability and about a good-natured space to be in, to feel really good about yourself. Yeah, I think COVID-19 in a general sense has just expedited a lot of things that were happening anyway. There was traction for a lot of the elements that we're working on from a workplace point of view, from a bathroom point of view. It was already going in a certain direction. COVID-19 just expedited it. We have to look at it a little bit sooner than we did before. Touch-free technology is important, and it's actually created a broader awareness of touch-free environments, and that's not necessarily technology-driven. So from a brassware point of view, sure, we can have taps that are all electronic, but in our specialist region, in Sub-Saharan Africa, we don't have consistent power supply. We don't have consistent battery supply even. So we can't always rely on that. We have to make sure that touch-free environments are designed. So for example, we can get into a bathroom without ever actually having to go through a door if we design it properly architecturally. So we don't need doors that are motorized. So touch-free, but not necessarily touch-free technology. Yeah, we have quite a particular stance on it in our studio. I think at some point it was quite a fashion statement to say that you are working in a sustainable way and in a sustainable space and that it's something important to you. We believe that good design will be sustainable. It's not something that we have to even advertise. It's something that any good designer worth their weight should be looking at. We work in a region that is blessed with a lot of water, with a lot of sunlight, and yet we also have some of the most wasteful environments because people aren't looking at the right product. So product that works well with our environment is key to what we do. We believe it's inexcusable to be wasting any natural resources. As hospitality designers, I often say when we're asked about trends, we can't really respond to trends per se. Trends, in my mind, are elements that are quite fashionable for, say, 3 to 5 years. Our projects often last longer than that. If we acknowledge trends, we often might be outdated by the time we install our projects. What we like to look at is what I call larger lifestyle movements. We look at how people will live differently within the next 10 to 15 years. Little micro trends has been black brassware. Everyone's crazy about it. I think we're already seeing the tail end of it. I think people are already getting over it a little bit. In the near future, we'll probably be looking at matte white and some bright colors, and that'll be quite fashionable from a residential point of view. I think in a hospitality space, it'll be far more timeless. The focus will still remain on metallics and just really a focus on how do we make those more interesting. Do we offer brushed versus a hammered surface? Do we offer it in a range of warm tones, a range of chromes, so like a darker chrome versus a lighter chrome? So elements that will be far more timeless and not so micro trend 3 to 5 years, but actually can stand the test of time across about 20 years. Designing a bathroom for a hotel starts from a technical perspective. Hotel design in general, I like to always say to our designers here, is we create really industrial spaces and then we also make them really beautiful and we also make them experiences. So we have to start our bathroom design from the point of view that is connected to our location. What do we have available? What is our water pressure? What is our water supply? How much electricity do we have around? And it's also very space efficient. Hospitality is under a lot of pressure to make money out of a particular building. So we have to make sure that our bathroom design also maximizes the real estate of our client. So that's really our starting point. And then we obviously layer over that experiential elements. And the experiential elements, I think often people have fantasies of what they would be, that you have to walk into a hotel bathroom and it has to be like a spa and you have to have a bath set in front of a window, but really it becomes far more practical. Typically in hotels, the things that we're looking for is shower heads with fantastic pressure. We're looking for hot water that'll be there in the moment that you turn the tap on. And we're looking for things that are intuitive. Can I wash my face in a basin that is deep enough without hitting my forehead on the faucet? Have I got enough space to put all of my toiletries? So it's really a very, very practical solution, not always fancy and ostentatious. But the real luxury is in how we've anticipated those small intuitive moments that if I'm washing my face, can I directly touch a towel? That's what luxury is about, the anticipation that you didn't even think about. For our hospitality projects in our specialist area sub-Saharan Africa, it's very important that there's a great support network. So that's one of the key aspects that we look at before we even look at product, is the key network for our clients. I always say we can install anything the first time, we can fly it in, we can drive it in there, we can get it there, but 5 years down the line, there's a maintenance team that has to replace just a few elements within a faucet, or has to maintain that building, and it has to be attainable to them. So that's a very practical kind of business level. From a product point of view, what we always look at are things that are appropriate, that are not over-specified but not under-specified. So it's not always budget-driven to the point where we're getting a substandard product, but we also don't have to give you the fanciest product if that is not appropriate to the brand we're working with. And then from a sustainability point of view, there are certain things that we're always looking for. We're always looking for aeration. We're always looking for elements that are helping us to save water and work more efficiently with water. Taps that won't drip. Basins that are designed to be luxurious but capture water in a very efficient way so you don't have to fill it too much. So there are kind of 3 aspects to it. I think the bathroom of the future is a far more conservative bathroom than people think it is. I think for quite some time there, in the last, I would say 8 years or so, there was this major focus on bathrooms having no limits and that they were creeping into every part of a room, that we had baths next to a bed and things had no boundaries. I think those are a bit fantastical. I think people actually have a lot more need for discretion than we think they do. So you'll often find that those baths end up becoming laundry baskets or, clothes sources. So the bathroom of the future for me would be something that is efficient and have a connection with nature that is very intuitive, both on its sustainability criteria and how it handles water and how it delivers water, but also with a focus on a real connection, so including plants in it or bathrooms that can open to an outdoor space or that can open with some fresh air. So I think it's a far more conservative footprint. It's a far more conservative offering in what we include in that from a faucet and a sanitary ware point of view. But it's intuitive, it delivers what it needs to, and it is sustainable.